everybody, it is me, Feezer Bunny, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. Okay guys, today we're going to be building another venue located in NEWCREST, and this time it is the NEWCREST Wellness Center, which is actually a gym slash a swimming pool venue, so it's going to be really fun. Okay, you guys can see that it is built on this corner lot over here that's, I believe, 30 by 30 tiles big, and I'm trying to experiment with the shape of the building here and try to make it a little bit more different because it is on a corner. So it's a corner lot. I wanted it to be special, I guess. But yeah, you guys can see me just pretty much work out with, you know, the levels and the ceilings and all the stuff. And there is also like another wing of this building over there that protrudes to the right and breaks down the symmetry and all that stuff. It's really fun. There's a slight bit of, you know, Art Deco look to this building, which I actually don't mind. You know, it has kind of that Floridian Miami Art Deco looking aesthetic, which is quite nice if I do say so myself. Anyway, as you guys know, NEWCREST is a free world for everyone, but it is completely empty. So I thought I would like to build a lot of things for NEWCREST, and you know, right now I'm starting with all the different venues that you would want when you move into a world, because it's very easy to find some really good lots out there, not so easy to find some venues. So yeah, anyway, that yellow color, I really like how it kind of gives the building, you know, a more of like an energetic type of vibe. It is going to be a gym, so I kind of want to channel that energeticness to it, but it's also a wellness center more than a gym. You know, I did name this a wellness center, so the focus of this is not just on physical health like a gym would focus on. It's more of like both psychological, spiritual, everything, you know, psychological, not just physical health pretty much, but just overall health. That's why it's called Wellness Center rather than a gym. And yes, you guys, I did use a lot of items that came with the brand new stuff pack for The Sims 4 Perfect Patio. You guys will see a lot of that. I actually really like their shape of these roofs as well. It's kind of like on a diagonal for these two like blocks over here. I really like that shape. It's very modern. I think that's what makes it look much more modern rather than Art Deco, so I really like it, and it has some really fun colors as well. One thing that I'm especially proud of in this build is actually the landscaping. I literally read some landscaping books for you guys just to give a better idea on what type of landscaping fits where, and you know, how to approach, you know, my future builds. I'm probably gonna post a picture of those on Facebook if you guys are interested to do so. I literally raided my school's books library, not bookstore, my school's library, and saw like a bunch of really good landscaping books, and I went ahead and read them, and hopefully that helped me improve. I feel like I have improved because the landscaping on this venue is particularly impeccable, if I do say so myself. Most of what we're doing right now is trying to work out the floor plan with like the toilets and the staircase, because those are like the staple of all the floors. You know, I tried to incorporate as many toilets as possible, but eventually we will change those as well. And I also tried to play in with the shape of the pool. I didn't want to make just a conventional shaped square pool, so I tried to experiment with that as well. Eventually, the pool ended up being such a rad shape. It was really awesome. It was just awesome. Anyway, right now it's looking like I'm trying to incorporate some sort of a hot tub type of thing, but eventually that will change into something so much freaking better and all that good stuff. Right now we are trying to, I am trying to figure out like what to do, because I do not know how to incorporate these staircases. So eventually it will work out. I will place them to the right of the building, to that sort of extension thing over there. And then right now we are working out how the pool is gonna go. Those aren't walls, actually those are just for the foundation, because the pool area does sit on a foundation. It's a little bit more elevated, you know, and there's like a landscaping all over around it and stuff. It's really cool, if I do say so myself once again. I don't know, yeah, I don't want to keep like complimenting my work, but it was actually really nice. And over there's gonna be like a hot tub space as well. Originally I kind of planned it to be like a grill, a barbecue type of area, but it eventually became a hot tub area. I was able to incorporate a barbecue area on the top of the building, on the rooftop. And in case you guys didn't know this, there's also 2 pools in this building. There's one over here on the ground floor, which is the larger pool, and there is also an infinity pool on the top of the building, which is really exciting. I really had so much fun, and this is a little bit more closer to how the pool shape is going to turn out. There is going to be like a central island to the pool later on where there's gonna be like a bar and stuff. I don't know, I thought that would just be a little bit more interesting. So yeah, putting in some different materials and some stairs as well to pretty much have your Sims be able to access this area. And there we go, we're putting in some more levels just to pretty much make it feel like a resort spa more than, you know, just like a gym. You know, it's definitely more of like a wellness spa type of thing as opposed to just a gym. I believe we are about to begin with doing the interior furnishing it a little bit. Okay, right now I am trying to change the, you know, the location of the staircase, and this one is going to be the final stair location of the main staircase that leads to the upper floors. Okay. The first floor, we have a couple of gym equipment as well as the reception area, which I am also freaking in love. I used a lot of green because, you know, if you actually do your research and stuff, green is actually a very calming color. You know, that's why people tell you a lot to look at like some greenery or some foliage if you're feeling stressed. It's gonna take that away from you. I don't know why. That's just what I learned from school. But yeah, we are seeing a lot of green with the wall treatments in this, you know, venue in particular. And there's also like some touches of that apple green, yellow green type of color, which I also really liked. I also love using these lights, the circular Chinese, I call these Chinese lamps because they're kind of oriental. They're kind of made of paper, so yeah, I kind of like using them. They have such a nice resort type of vibe. Over here, I'm trying to incorporate like an L-shaped sofa, and then over here, I'm working on with doing like the main entrance. But yeah, back to the L-shaped sofa. I believe later on we're gonna exchange that into a 2x2 sofa, and not necessarily like a 3-seater sofa. But yeah, there's also some nice little counters behind them. The lobby area is gonna be freaking amazing. It's gonna be really awesome. There's gonna be like a fountain in between that. It's gonna be super exciting. It was a little bit tricky for me to do this build because it was modern. You guys know I'm used to making more themed buildings as opposed to modern buildings, but it actually turned out really well. And to be completely honest with you guys, I know I say this like all the time, but this is one of my best work to date. It is just freaking awesome. I finally found some use with the Alt key and the Shift and all the different cheats to cluster things together. But I was still able to, you know, come up with my own style to it, so I'm really happy. And I'm also exploring a little bit with adding some clutter to the thing. Okay, so over here for the main entrance, I originally intended to put like a plant or something, and eventually it became a fountain, which I'm actually very excited about. I don't know, I just love how I incorporated the fountain on the inside, so yay. So yeah, I thought the fountain was quite a nice touch, especially like for the main lobby, which, you know, it really does make a big first impression, and I really like that. Over here, I'm just trying to make a border for it with the rocks just to give it a little bit more of a different material. And eventually, I'm going to be switching out those chairs for some planter boxes, which, by the way, these planter boxes, I use these extensively, like literally all over this house or this venue. I use these planter boxes like seriously all over the place. It's kind of crazy. Over here, I'm trying to make like a nook for the hot tubs, and at this point, Perfect Patio stuff was already out because I started this venue about a day or 2 days before Perfect Patio was set for release. And yeah, right now I know like the size of the hot tub and stuff like that, so I really could not make up my mind as to what's gonna happen on this part. of this venue. On this room in particular, I really didn't have any idea. Originally, it was supposed to be like a sitting lounge area. Eventually, though, I'm going to be placing some workout equipment over here. I believe I placed the treadmills on that area, and that is the only workout equipment for the first floor. But most of the workout equipment for this venue are actually located on the second floor. Over here, I thought was going to be quite a nice touch. I added some bathtubs because I kind of had an idea to make it look like a spa, you know, make like a spa type of atmosphere. And then, yeah, I tried to incorporate some bathtubs to kind of pretend like it's like a sauna or like a mud bath and stuff. And then over here, I tried to incorporate some tables that would kind of make it look like a massage tables, but eventually I replaced those with just a seating area because I was just like, you know what, this is not working out. This is kind of lame. So yeah. Anyway, this lot venue is set as a gym, and you guys can actually change it to whatever you want. I think it makes for a perfect party location actually, so I would highly suggest you guys change it into a lounge if you want to throw a party in it. But you know, a gym can easily, you can easily make this something else, but this was intended to be a gym, and it does have all the gym requirements already. I hate how my voice is cracking, by the way, so I hope you guys excuse that. But yeah, like I said, it has all the items that are required for a gym venue. So yeah, I tried to incorporate that circular rug, but for some reason it just was not working out. So eventually I did replace that, and also trying to figure out like which plants go where. Eventually I settled for this round topiary type of bush thing, and you guys will notice that I'm adding a lot of clutter right here, and eventually I actually took those away because for some strange reason the clutter in this venue kind of like disappeared and stuff. So I was very careful with move objects, and I tried to include like just the things that were very, very necessary. So yeah, once again, working with the main lobby, adding in some lights everywhere. So it's gonna be fun. It's really, really awesome. And the venue actually functions really well. You know, it's not just a wellness center. It's not just a gym. It's not just a spa. It also has like some barbecue areas on the topmost floor, and it also has like a function room as well. You know, where you can actually throw some parties, because I do believe that I threw in some luxury party items on this as well. So you are going to require everything. Every DLC that The Sims 4 has is required for this venue. Okay. Right now, we are working on some toilets for the upper floor, and this is actually where we get some legit toilets and sinks, plus the area to the left you guys can see are going to be like the shower areas and stuff like that. So it's gonna be fun. Okay, I don't even know why I threw in some bathtubs over there, but yeah, it was kind of weird. Anyway, okay. And in a little bit, I'm also going to be throwing in some showers over here to the right. You know, I think that's the most important thing to consider, especially like when you're making a gym, or if you're going to a gym. You know, I think it's, you know, you also have to think about what people would want to do after they take they work out and stuff. And then over here, I'm trying to just divide the room into multiple rooms and trying to make a use for each and every one of them. Eventually, we'll be able to incorporate like some locker areas, which are also really awesome, plus some seating areas and all that good stuff. It's gonna be great. But yeah, like I told you guys, most of the gym equipment is located on this floor, on the second floor of the venue, and over here it's supposed to be a locker room. Eventually though, it does not become a room, it becomes a corner, because I removed the wall that makes it a room, and it's basically just a locker nook or something like that. And then, okay, I tried to add some chairs, but they were not working, so yeah. But I really like the green color though. I like how it's like located all over the building. It's such a refreshing thing for me, considering I'd never use this color for my interiors. I think it's really great. But yeah, over here once again, I'm just trying to define all the different rooms and stuff. And I think we are going to work on the landscaping probably. Yes. Okay, one really interesting thing about that I did here was I actually did not use any grass for the landscaping. I used like this gravel type of thing that came with outdoor retreat. And over here I'm just trying to make some planter boxes for the pool area, which did not turn out so well. I was like, okay, I think one in the center is enough, and I will extend that to accommodate like a bar actually. So it's kind of like a pool bar. Once again, back to the landscaping. I love all the choices I made with all the different plants and stuff. I think they were great, and I don't know, it was just really fun. You know, I had so much fun reading at school. You know, all the different landscaping techniques. I did not read anything, by the way. I just looked at things, but I was able to use quite a good number of really awesome plants. There was quite a lot of purples, periwinkles, violets, and stuff like that, because I thought that worked with the aesthetic that I was going for. It was kind of a modern, relaxing type of thing. So yeah, over here we are just trying to incorporate as many as we can, clustering plants with the Alt key. Really awesome. I also tried to spice things up by adding some unconventional plants. You know, I tried to group different types of plants together. So we have some desert type of plants, and we also have some lush type of plants as well, working together for this very modern gardening look to it. Once again, it's really annoying how my voice is cracking right now. I don't know why. I actually recorded like a bunch of videos before this, so that's probably why. I'm probably really tired, but I want to get this up as fast as possible for you guys. So yeah. Anyway, some more landscaping on the front, but I think I will actually make that later on. I did incorporate like a nice little fountain over here in the corner, which is really nice. I think it's a nice clue to the awesomeness that is this venue, you know, when you are outside. You guys might think that is it for the landscaping, but I actually have a lot more things to do later on. Over here, I am in love with this feature. I made this like open to below to the fountain, and if you guys actually look closely when the fountain is like spraying itself, I used the largest fountain for the ground floor, and it actually kind of reaches to the second floor if you actually look at it closely. It's really awesome. I'm so proud of that. And also, one thing that I also tried to incorporate as well was those arched windows, which I thought added quite a nice little flair to that corner, which was otherwise gonna be like a dead space. So yeah, over here I tried to incorporate some treadmills at first. Eventually though, these are going to become, the treadmills are going to be replaced by some boxing, what are those things called? Yeah, these ones. I don't know what these are called actually, but yeah, that's that. And then over here we have some weightlifting machines, which really build up your Sims' muscles and stuff, so it's really exciting. And I also added some, you know, mat to kind of cushion the blow, if you guys get what I mean over here. Just adding in some bunch of clutter, some lighting, as well as some shades. You know, if the people who are working out want some privacy, they can definitely just lower the shades, and that's it. And then over here for the ground floor, I ended up making my decision and putting some treadmills to, you know, kind of carry in the gym atmosphere all throughout these multiple floors. And of course I added some mirrors so that people can actually check themselves out. Is it working? Is it not? You know, am I losing weight? Am I gaining muscle? You know, they can check themselves out while they're working out. And then over here is probably like one of my favorite features of this venue, and that is the freaking, you know, like pool sidebar, which was actually quite an innovation. You know, I did not expect to do this, but I realized, you know what, we actually had a couple of bar items that came with Perfect Patio, and I tried to incorporate that actually. This layout will be flipped though eventually, like so. I felt like that was a better you know, situation. So yeah, and I also put these cute little lounge chairs, which are actually just a, you know, a chair, just a normal lounge chair, and then just an ottoman, and it makes it look like it's kind of like a lounge, chaise lounge, I guess is what you would call it. I actually got that idea from the NEWCREST, so all credits go to her. She's awesome. I watch her so much. I admire her so much. I hope she sees this, but whatever. Hopefully one day I'll be exactly like her, because she is the best. Okay, anyway. You guys actually saw me throw in the swimming pool, as well as like some windows as well that kind of make it look like an aquarium. It's really cool. I'll talk more about that when we get there, I guess. Okay, there we go. over here, we are going to just copy in the same material that we have all throughout the house. For the paint and for the flooring, it's absolutely the same. Even the patterns are the same. This is actually where the vending machines are gonna go, but for now it's gonna be sofas. I have not made up my mind yet. But yeah, like I said, we did try to incorporate some luxury party items. I did have to fiddle in a little bit with the layout of this room, just because I wanted to fit in quite a lot of, you know, seating. Plus, I also wanted to have a lot of, I also wanted to have like a stereo, and the stereo that I wanted was quite large, so I kind of had to struggle a little bit with the space, but it actually turned out really well in the end as well. So yeah, you guys can actually change this venue into a lounge if you want to throw a party here. I don't think we can throw any parties at a gym. I'm not so sure. You guys might have to check that out though. But yeah, I'm really happy with the layout, especially because there is a pool on top, on the upper level, and you guys can see there's huge windows that kind of give a sneak peek of what is happening in the pool area, and I'm really happy with that. I think it makes this restaurant area look freaking awesome and special. So yeah. I actually had a lot of fun working with swimming pools, so, you know, I should try to incorporate more of those on my future builds. So yeah, over here I tried to incorporate some vending machines, but you know what, I ended up changing that layout because it just wasn't working for me. I felt like we were having so many vending machines. Literally we had 3 per floor, so that's like how many floors, whatever. We had so many vending machines, and I'm like, this is just too much. So I ended up just narrowing down the amount and also changing the location as well into the hallway. And over here, I believe I tried to incorporate in some artworks as well on the hallways and stuff like that. That square room to the left is going to be a toilet. Yep, there we go. So there is one toilet area towards the ground floor as well, because most of the toilets in this venue are actually on the second floor. But since I actually placed a window on that, I went ahead and made things symmetrical by adding some windows to these yellow, like, you know, pieces or like wings of the building. So, which actually turned out really well as well. You know, it looked really nice. There's a bunch of things that need to happen. This is a very long video, by the way, but that is the area where the barbecue is gonna be. So yeah. Okay, over here I'm trying to figure out the placement of the things, because you guys can see that the hanging planter box has a weird color to it. It's kind of black. So I was like, okay, I feel like something's glitching out. So eventually I figured out that the planter boxes was kind of like being consumed by those vending machines. So eventually I did move the vending machines into a better location. So yeah, I think vending machines are a necessity though in like gym venues and stuff, because, you know, if you're working out, you get thirsty a lot. Like you get easily dehydrated, so you really need to watch like your water levels and stuff like that. Not that I work out, but I do know a thing or two about, you know, health and stuff, whatever. And then over here, we're adding some trims to make, you know, just to pretty much emphasize like the streamline look of the building, and also adding in some of these really modern columns. You guys can see that I did try to be consistent with the style of the building. So you guys can see that the school next door is also a very similar style as well, which I actually really liked. You know, it's kind of my aesthetic that I'm going for NEWCREST. So most of the buildings are gonna look very similar, but each building is also going to be special in its own way. This corner looks particularly beautiful at night as well. Okay, right now we are beginning some more landscaping, I guess, and I believe I'm gonna add a couple more plants. I think the plants that I'm gonna add are actually like lavenders. I don't know why. The lavenders actually look really nice, and the landscaping for me looks a little bit flat at this point, so I did end up trying to incorporate one tree, just one tree. Eventually I tried to incorporate another one towards the end, but it just wasn't working out for me. I think that one was more than enough, and I think the landscaping itself says a lot about, you know, the venue anyway, that it's more relaxation. You know, it's definitely something that is pleasing to the eye, and I really like that. Clustering in some lavender plants to make it look really nice and full, you know. Thank goodness for the freaking alki. And of course, no landscaping would be complete without some nice rocks and stuff. It actually now looks a little bit more Asian. I'm getting like that Zen Asian vibe from it, which is really, really awesome. You know, relaxation is often associated with Zen and Asian principles and stuff, so that's really cool. And of course, we have quite a bunch of things to do with the landscaping. And don't worry, this is not lagging. I did specifically pause my game. I think someone actually texted me or something, or had to take a call or something, so I had to pause my game a little bit. And then, yep, more lavenders. I think the lavenders actually looked really, really nice. I think they were such a nice touch, and I think they really brought in the colors together. You know, for some reason, I'm seeing a lot of purple, a lot of periwinkle, and I think it's just really, really awesome. And can you guys imagine how fragrant this venue would be if you actually went here? It would smell freaking amazing. Okay, once again, doing some landscaping, this time on the front of the lot. So we don't have that much space, but eventually I was able to make it work. These columns you guys can see over here, these 4 columns on those windows will be removed, and then those windows will also be replaced because the plants actually were kind of glitching out and deleting the columns and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to mess with this. I'm just going to replace those columns. And over here, there's really not much space. So the only plants that I was able to incorporate was this one hydrangea. I believe it's a hydrangea, and a lot of lavenders actually, and I removed those and replaced it with a rock. So yep, moving on with some more furnishing, you guys can see me try to incorporate like these vending machines on a different location, which is also really, really awesome. And then yeah, it's just pretty much, you know, what you would expect, I guess, like, you know, mostly seating areas. Actually, over here I was able to incorporate some bar areas. You know, if you're having lunch with your gym mates, I think it'd be really cool. And I was able to incorporate like a nice screen over here, like an oriental Japanese looking shoji screen, which I thought added some privacy to this like locker area, and I thought that was really nice. Oh, one thing that I forgot to tell you guys about is that for the bathrooms and for the common rooms and stuff, I did make some of them off camera because some of them can get repetitive per floor. You guys can see that some bathrooms are just copies of the ones that we have for the lower floor, so pretty much I did not include those on the final recording because it would be a waste of time. Anyway, over here I'm trying to incorporate some nice little artworks and stuff. I ended up choosing some nice sunflowers that came with Get to Work, I believe. And then over here just trying to manipulate all the different artworks. We're actually almost about done, just adding in a couple of necessary items. We have some trash cans. You know, they really aren't that awesome, but whatever. Over here we have some additional lounge areas actually, which yeah. Most of these items came with Perfect Patio, and I totally see them working, you know, in like this type of situation. Okay, over here I tried to incorporate a fountain, but eventually I just went with a simple, you know, planter box, as I really didn't want to take away any attention from the swimming pool. And yes, you guys, I did include some spraying fountain and stuff. Like, these are such an amazing addition, and they actually make quite a good atmosphere as well. You guys can hear them make a sound and all that stuff. It's really, really calming. Okay, this room was quite a dilemma for me because I did not have any freaking idea what to do. Originally it was supposed to be like a seating area, then it became like a dining area, then it became like something else and all that stuff. So right now though, I'm working on like the, you know, what's this place called, the barbecue area, once again using a ton of stuff from Perfect Patio. One really difficult thing that I found to incorporate on this space in particular for the barbecue area was it was really difficult for me to put in some seating like with tables, because I really wanted to incorporate like the table with a parasol. They came with Perfect Patio, but eventually it actually turned out really well. I was able to use some chairs from Perfect Patio and some tables from the base game, I believe, and just put them on one corner, which is nothing too spectacular, but it does work out better for the end. I did try to incorporate like, you know, a dining area over here toward the top, which I thought worked when I was trying it out, but eventually it just did not work. I did not like it, so I ended up not keeping it in the end. And over here we are working for like some seating area. You guys can see that I am destroying some walls because for some reason the chairs or like the love seats attach themselves to the wall, so I could not place them on the center. But yeah, I believe we are going to place in some plants and stuff, and also like some, you know, what are these things called? Coffee tables as well. But this room really doesn't have any function at all. Right here, I tried to change it into a spa room. You know, I tried to incorporate like a bathtub, but I was like, you know what? I think the bathtubs work well on the ground floor. So I just went with the seating area, which I actually thought really worked well in the end. I think it looks really nice, and you know, nothing too crazy. It doesn't take away from the awesomeness around it as well. This one will be turned back into a sitting room, I guess, you know, because it really did not have any function. I did not want it to be a dining room, and of course adding in some more details, with some wall paneling that came with luxury party. So this is pretty much what is going to look like for the final layout of the sitting dining area, I guess, for the barbecue area. And then the last thing that I'm probably going to incorporate here is a couple of sink. Oh, there we go. That one sink over there, so the Sims can actually wash their dishes. Interesting thing to note though, the Sims actually don't have to wash the dishes. What they have to do is just eat, and the dishes will disappear once they're done. And I think that actually happens in the other venues as well. Pretty much doing some finishing touches over here to make it so awesome. One thing that I did not incorporate was a sign, but other than that, it's really nice, and I'm especially proud of it. You guys can see me try to incorporate like a gym sign and stuff, but for some reason it just didn't work for me. You know, it just was not working at all. And yeah, it's just, you know, I felt like it wasn't necessary, you know, so I ended up not putting a gym sign. Plus I also tried to incorporate like another tree, as I've told you guys earlier, but once again it was not working at all. So I was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna force things. You know, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. So yeah, I ended up just reverting back to my original layout because I did not like how the two trees look together. So in a little bit, we are going to be cutting onto the screenshots. I'm just doing a survey of the house. Okay, there we go. This is the screenshots. Okay, and now we are looking at the outside of the building. Nothing too crazy. It's just really straightforward. I love the striking yellow color though. That kind of makes it work. And then over here we have a view of the garden, which is really beautiful. I love the colors. A view of the hot tub, which is exciting. There is one hot tub in this venue. Over here you can see some fountains and a beautiful view of the swimming pool, as well as another view of the swimming pool, as well as the bar area at the center of the pool. This is the main lobby with that fountain over here, and then the next picture is going to be the same thing, but you guys can see a little bit of that open to below to the second floor. The only gym equipment on the ground floor are these treadmills. Really awesome. And then this is a view of the reception area. I love the apple green color. It's really awesome. And then another view of the reception area showing the sitting area actually. And this is a hallway that leads to the bathtubs actually to the left and to the patio to the right. And then this is just another sitting area. So much comfort. This is a toilet or like a view of the bathrooms and stuff. Nothing too crazy. And of course, a view of the locker room. I really like the locker rooms in this venue. They're really awesome. And then this is the sitting common areas. Okay, over here we have a view of the gym area where we have some punching bags and a beautiful view of the skyline of NEWCREST in the background of those windows. And over here we have some weightlifting machines. Really awesome stuff as well. Next up, we have the function room, which is also really exciting. I really like this room. Perfect for parties. Plus, it has a beautiful view of the pool. You can see Sims swimming upstairs. And then this is a view of the barbecue area. Another view of the barbecue area with food. And then finally, wrapping up this walkthrough with some views of the upper infinity pool area plus lounge. Okay, so yeah, that is going to be it for this house building video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, please don't forget to hit that like, favorite, and subscribe button because it's really gonna help out this channel a lot. I hope you guys had fun. once again, you all have an awesome day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my very next speed build. Bye guys.